Hey guys, welcome back to DJ's Workshop. So today we're going to be doing a little suspension upgrade on the FJ. I'm going to be replacing the rear shocks and the rear sway bar links. I'm going to be doing the fronts also, but that'll be in another video because I have those on order and they haven't arrived yet. So we're going to be putting the rears together today, and stay tuned. I'll show you how we do it. All right, so here's what we're going to be installing. We're going with the Bilstein 5100s, and you get the box of two for the rear. Comes with the instructions, comes with all the hardware, a couple of stickers, whatever. So first thing we got to do is we got to get the vehicle jacked up, get the tire off, and then we'll see what we're up against here. Okay, I've already cracked the lug nuts loose. Let's get this up off the ground here. You want to make sure you lift it up on the frame, not on the rear end, because if you lift it on the axle, it's going to lift up the wheel and give you less travel for the shock installation. So by lifting on the frame, it's going to drop this side of the axle. And that's just enough room for what we need. Okay, so we can see the old shock in here. I'm not sure if this is original or not. It's pretty old. But basically there is a bolt on the bottom that you need to take off. Right over here. And then you have the nut up on the top. You're just going to drop that down and out. Put the new one in. So these are pretty easy compared to the front ones. So let me get my air gun and we'll get that bolt off of there. Okay, let's see if we can get this bolt off of here. This is a 17 millimeter. Okay, that came right out, that's good. Alright, now we got to work on this top one. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is take this boot that's on here, pull this down, and then put a set of vice grips on the shaft here, because as you spin the nut, the shaft is going to want to turn with it. So if you put that on there, it'll brace itself against the frame, and then hopefully you can get this nut loose. There's a little bar on there for a little extra added leverage. There's something turning. Hopefully it's the nut. Okay, so it seems like the shaft wants to turn with it. I'm going to put a little bit of heat on this nut here and try to break it loose. So I'll make sure you get nothing behind here. Okay. Okay, she's tight. Okay, so after putting a little bit of heat on there, now the nut's coming loose. So I'm just going to take this off. Now that the top nut is off, I'm going to get a pry bar. And we're going to take this washer and bushing off of here. Okay, you can see how that just kind of popped out of there. The upper washer and the upper bushing. Okay, now because I have a Trail Team edition, it's a little bit different than the regular ones. So it has this piece. This is where the shock bolt originally came out of, but it has this piece here, and it's actually a guard, I guess for when you're off-roading to protect the shock. So there's a bolt on the back here that you have to take out, and then this piece will drop out of the way. So now you should be able to get the shock off of here. And out it comes. Alright, so if you have a regular FJ, you won't have that, but if you have the Trail Teams, you're going to have this protective cover, and you do have to take that off because this sits here, and you can't just simply slide it out because it's still slid on the shaft. So by taking this out, you'll get that you'll get the shock to be able to slide off of the shaft. Okay, so we get the old one out, and we'll prep for the new one. Okay, so while I'm in here, I want to clean things up a little bit. If you live in the Northeast, you know that FJs do get rust on the frames. Fortunately, mine isn't bad. It's just got some little bit of surface rust. So I'm basically just going to wire brush off any loose stuff, and I'm going to just spray this, just give it a little bit of protection. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the sway bar links. So here's a new link that I picked up, and it just bolts on the bottom, bolts on the top, new bushings, fits right in there. So I'm going to get this old one off, and then we'll get that installed. Okay, so once you get the sway bar link out, it's going to drop down even more. So now you're going to take the shock, slide it back on that post, and then you're going to have to fit this up into the hole. Because it dropped down, you're going to need a second jack just to lift the axle up, line it up, and slip it into place. Okay, so you get this collar here with the bushing. This actually has a hole that it fits right into. Slide that on there. You're going to put the other piece on top here, the other collar, fits in the hole, and then you're going to put the other bushing with the cap and then the nut. So let's get this in here, line this up. Okay, make sure that's lined up. Put that collar in there. Put your bushing on. nut on the top. Okay, so the new nut they give you is actually an 18 millimeter. I'll just get this started on here. Alright, now the bottom, you gotta put this plate back on here. So we're just kind of starting everything to line everything up, not really securing anything yet. Okay, that bottom cover is back on. Bottom cover over here is on now. Okay. Give this a little twist, make sure it looks like it's seating properly. Alright, and then we have the sway bar. Okay, so this is going to go up like this. See, that's going to go in there. Alright. Put that on there. That fits in there, so washer, bushings, and then the top cap, and then the nut. This has a locking nut, so make sure you put the plastic side up. Okay, same thing on this nut. You have the plastic on there, lock washer, lock nut. Stop that on there. Alright, so first thing we'll do is we'll get this secured on here. And you don't have to compress these bushings until they're pancakes. You want to snug them down and then just get it to the point where they're just starting to squeeze a little bit. Okay. Okay, so once we get the top nut on, then we'll just secure the bottom one. Okay, so at this point you can see we have the top nut on, we got all the bushings and the cups. We have the bottom secured, so that sway bar link is in there good now. Now we're just going to finish tightening down the top of this one, the bottom, and then that bracket. I can let this back jack down now. Okay, so let's get this top one tightened. See, that's the 18 millimeter. Alright, so that's pretty much it. The back ones aren't too bad. Like I say, the front ones are going to be a little bit more complicated, but basically take the top nut off of the old shock. You might have to use some heat to break it loose. If you have a regular FJ, you probably don't have this piece on the bottom. If you do, you just take that nut off, and then you come around the other side, and there's a nut there that holds this bracket in place. That falls out. Shock slides off of the stem there. And then take the top of the sway bar link off. The bar is probably going to drop down. Take that piece off. I had to use a pair of vice grips on the inside of the old one just to hold it from spinning. The bar is going to drop down, so when you go to put the new one back on, you're going to put another jack up under the axle to lift the axle up. Once you get the axle up, you can slip this top in, slide the bottom in, put the new bushings and washers and stuff, put the nut on, put the cover, put the other nut, or the bolt rather, and then that's pretty much it. Okay, you can see I also kind of cleaned it up a little bit and sprayed it just to make it look a little bit nicer. So that's about it as far as installing the rear shocks. I will have another video coming up installing the front ones. A little bit more involved. You have to take the tie rods out, and we're actually going to drop the whole front sway bar out of it. You can put new sway bar bushings in at that time if you choose to. It would be a good time to do that if you want to. But I'm just waiting on those parts to arrive, so when those come in, we'll get that done. Alright guys, if you're looking to do some shock upgrades in your FJ, this is probably very similar for the Tundras and Tacomas and stuff too, but that's how you do it. Not too bad on the back. We'll see what the front brings. Alright guys, if you like the video, give a thumbs up, a like, a share, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.